Hey shooters, we're out here on the range doing a little review on a piece of equipment that was sent to me for free with the provision that I create a review of it. And you know me, I got to do an honest review, so here's what I know based on a day and a half of shooting this little module here. It's called the MantisX, and it has a little program. You'll see it in some of the inset videos that I'll show you. And it has an interface with your iPhone or your Android unit. And what it is basically a shot coach, and it works pretty well. If I could get my pocket open. 511. Anyways, it's a little shot coach, and what it's got is a couple of gyros in there and some accelerometers. So when you turn it on, it's continually collecting and caching data. It understands where it is in movement, left, right, up, down, and any axes. And it reports that data to the phone. It actually collects that data when the hammer falls. When it goes, it grabs a snapshot of that period of time that is at the moment of the gun firing. And then it plots where the sights were, or where this Mantis unit was, that's bolted onto your accessory rail, where it was. And therefore it gives you a feedback as to maybe what happened if the shot went really low or right or high or wherever, an idea of maybe what the anomaly is, what you are doing, possibly incorrectly, to have that shot go there. And now what I've done this morning is actually test the unit itself, not me. And I'll insert some video, you'll see it as we're talking here, of me shooting 15 yards from sandbags. Very accurate pistol, capable of inch groups at 15 yards. My little Excalibur from Ground Power, and some quality ammunition from Freedom Munitions. They're Pro Match or Super Match 124s. So I was able to produce some small groups from the bags, and I think the highest score I got was 98, which is fine. One of the groups, and you'll, again, as the inset video comes in, you'll see the real time what happened as it occurred. I think at one time it said that I was tightening my grip, yet I had a very small group. Now, it's trying to analyze, it's trying to give you something based on the data it's collected. So unless you've done it virtually perfectly, which will say great shot, and it won't give you any other assistive information because it's not required nor necessary, and occasionally it does. It says, oh yeah, you're wrist breaking up or thumbing or too much or too little trigger finger. And then, cut to video, you'll see a series of 5-shot groups shot offhand at 15 yards. And I think one of the groups is actually smaller, or two of the groups is actually smaller than what I produced off the bench, yet it gave me a lesser score. The MantisX gave me a lesser score, and said that I had problems with thumbing the gun, yet that was the smallest group. Now, it's just a matter of how the software is set up. In talking with the guys at Mantis, this thing has got tremendous potential, and I think it's going to be unlocked here before too long. In that, since it's collecting an actual real-time data of the gyro's movement and the accelerometer directions continually, instead of it collecting that data and then telling you what that data represents, which is what most users will want, and that makes perfect sense that a newer shooter, which is this is awesome for the new shooter, to give you an idea what mistakes you might be making, whether you're too much, too little trigger finger, thumbing the gun, healing the gun, whatever it might be. And there's within the app itself, you can click on various points and it actually explains when the shot goes there, what that shot represents as far as some kind of error correction methodology. For the more advanced shooter, this has a couple of downfalls, but one super attribute that I'm really looking forward to coming on, and that is the real-time data graph. In other words, maybe 4, 6 weeks, 2 months from now, they'll unlock a little secret that allows you, the end user, to go in and go, oh, here's exactly, I want to collect, a half a second before the shot breaks and 1 second after the shot breaks to see how the gun actually moves in recoil. Maybe a recoil spring might need changing because the gun dips at the other end. It might offer you some interesting plotting data that you might be able to collect in order to improve your shooting, improve your firearm's performance, spring rates, things like that. Grip strength. There's a lot of neat features that are contained in this little tiny box for $149. The app is free. The unit's $149. Again, they sent it to me for nothing. And for the new shooter, you could buy it right now and gain a lot from it. From a more experienced shooter like myself, I gain a lot from it because I consider it right now, without it telling me what mistakes I may or may not be making, It's a great minder. It's a great little guy looking over your shoulder saying, are you really breaking that shot correctly? Are you really taking all the time it takes to break clean shots? So as soon as I strap this thing on and go to shoot offhand groups, the groups get smaller. Because I'm trying to impress the electronic gadget. I want it to say, you know, great shot, 96%. I want it to do that. So it forces me to apply the fundamentals as precisely as possible in order to have the electronic piece of machinery say, good job. It's the equivalent of competition in so many words or less. We compete to see how well we do, to see who our name is on the roster, what our percentage is of the top shooter. So this provides that on a solo setting. Beyond that, it has a couple of issues, and one of them is right now, I think about 0.45 split is about as fast as it'll pick up between shots. Right now, because it's still new, it's still being adjusted and modified and improved as, you know, via software. They've got it set up to about a half-second split, and I think I got it down to 4 or 5. Beyond that, it doesn't pick up the shots. So it needs that time to reset its brain and collect the data and, you know, reset whatever circuits is needed to reset. My understanding is that's also, they're going to have a more high-speed app for that, which would really help us practical shooters. You're shooting a bill drill or something, and you really know, hey, why am I, you know, shot 1, 2, and 3 went here, and shot 4 and 5 went over low and right. What was that? Well, you're probably milking the grip, gripping the gun too hard, or something like that. But it will allow you to analyze that data and provide you a plot of where those shots went. Very valuable. I like it. MantisX. Pop on the internet, check it out. This video, again, it'll give you an idea between the resting and the offhand work. I tried a little speed work yesterday, but again, it doesn't pick up much in the way of speed work right now. But as a shot coach, I like it, and I'll use it as a shot coach for accuracy work. And for any new shooter, someone who just doesn't really have a coach or anybody to work with, which most of us don't, I don't, it will help you to improve your game by watching you shoot and reporting on how you perform. MantisX, check it out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye for now.